Hey everyone, T. Morris here. And as many of you know from the previous live streams of Old Spirits Investigations, you know that I am the backpack guy. I usually have all of my gear, I throw it into my backpack, and I take it from one spot to another, from investigation to investigation. That's been working out great, but then my gear exploded. It started to grow. But being the backpack guy, I was working on a budget. Now, Phil, on the other hand, you've seen him in action. He has got everything organized. He has got everything sorted. He's got things in really nice cases. So I was suffering from case envy. And Phil said, well, when you're ready, when it's time to graduate to a case, this is the one you want to get. The Nanuk 915, and it's available on Amazon in prices ranging from $70 all the way up to $150, depending on the interior that you get. You'll notice that the version I got is basically a clean slate of cubed foam. And what we're going to do in this video is we are going to create a custom cubed foam layout for our case. That's the grand plan. Before we get to cutting, before we get to doing anything dramatic on this blank canvas in front of us, the first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to lay out the equipment exactly the way we want it to look. Now, when you're laying out your equipment for a case, you're going to want to get the most for your space, but you also want to make sure you're not butting up devices against each other, and you don't want your devices butting up against the sides of the case. When deciding what gear is going into that first case, consider what gear is the most sensitive. Any device that relies on calibration, equipped with laser optics and sensors, or sensitive optics by design. When you have your gear organized, take a picture of it. A photo will offer you a quick reference after you start cutting into things. You don't want to leave everything on the foam, start cutting, and then jostle something out of place. Yes, you can always take a marker and trace the shape of your gear into the foam, but if you don't want to risk getting ink on your gear or have leftover ink on your foam, a picture makes a great reference. The device you're going to want to use for cutting is something like this, a retractable utility knife, commonly known as an X-Acto knife. You can pick these up at Lowe's, Home Depot, and yes, Amazon. What is perfect about this particular kind of utility knife, you can adjust the blade to different depths. I'll have a link in the show notes about a model similar to this one. Now I'm going to start with the simplest shape, that would be the POV camera, and I'll leave the more complicated ones for later. It's just easier on your sanity. Now, because this is a wide box, I can go on ahead and adjust my knife and say, okay, I want to cut about this deep into the foam. When measuring your devices for this purpose, remember, you don't want to submerge the device into the foam. You want them sticking out from the foam, maybe half an inch to an inch. Remember, you have padding on the inside of the lid, so your devices will be fine. Now we start cutting. I recommend placing 2 fingers on the device to keep it steady, and then push the blade into the foam. One thing you want to always keep in mind when cutting foam is not to rush. Try to keep your fingers free as the blade is coming towards you. Once you've got the device's basic pattern cut into the foam, push the blade into the foam at the depth you set earlier and repeat the pattern. And while this is being done as a time lapse, don't kid yourself. Take your time. Once the pattern is completely cut, we now have to get inside and underneath this foam block you've cut. So cut across the shape you've made and then part these new cuts to find where the edges are. Begin cutting horizontally, not vertically as we were doing, and remove the foam you don't want. Once it starts to peel away, I continue pulling, and it becomes much easier to create a clean, flat floor for this device. So here's my first compartment, and here's a look at the elapsed time so you can get an idea of what a beginner's time would take on this. If all went according to the plan, my camera should fit as deeply as I cut. And it does. It's in there, nice and secure too. 1 device down, 4 more to go. Are there services that will do custom cutting for you? A quick Google search offered these services starting as low as $50. Of course, the larger the case, the higher the price. So if you want to send off your case and a tracing of your gear to a vendor, wait, and then get back your case, you may have invested enough to pick up something new for your next investigation. This is a $15 solution that cost me an hour out of my night. If you're working on a budget, the DIY approach is a pretty good one to follow. Now I'm slowing it down here to show you what happened with the flux. On measuring it, turns out that I cut so deep into the foam that very little was left between the first layer of foam and the second. So I went on and continued through that first layer. This is a judgment call you can make depending on the devices you're working with. As the Melmeter and GS2 are both wider than the Flux, I went on and cut through the foam completely for those devices as well. When doing so, it makes for cleaning up the interior edges of your foam much easier. The entire process from start to finish was roughly 1 hour, but the end result, worth it. After this, the next thing to decide, what's the first sticker you're going to put on it? Oh yeah, there is going to be some cleanup afterwards because, yeah, foam. Thank you for watching. We hope this helps you out in your next investigation. And if you are enjoying Old Spirits, make sure to subscribe and enable your notifications for the next time we put up something new. And by all means, tell a friend. Take care, stay safe, and we'll see you in the field.